Everyone. Welcome to the series of PO webinar. I have a very eminent and graceful personalities today. Our guest is Dr. Dipali Gandhi, who is in charge principal from Baymed College Education, Vallabh She has done doctorate. She has done PhD in education, diploma in music. She has a training experience of 19 years. Even she has taught from schooling to the PG students, school kids to the PG students. She has been a member of Board of States in Education since 2014, as well as she is a member of Research Committee at CVM. And she is a faculty of education even at the university. She has completed 5 research projects, which is funded by our SP University. One PhD scholar even awarded with a degree. One MPhil scholar awarded with a degree in her. 7 students completed their master in education, even it's awarded with the degree. So a lot of things she has given into the education, very eminent personality, even she has experience in training programs. She has conducted many workshops and consultancy in various areas such as cooperative learning, evaluation rubrics, multiple intelligence, and developing communication skills as well. So it is a huge profile of her. I don't want to waste much time over here. Straight over to you, ma'am. Today she is going to discuss with us a topic about identifying oneself. So over to you, ma'am. Welcome to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the nice introduction. Good morning, dear participants and the organizing team at Parul University. The topic which has been asked me to share today is something on identifying oneself. So I would like to share my screen. It's really a very interesting topic because one needs to know oneself. And without knowing oneself, we cannot survive in this era. So let me share the screen and begin with my topic. I'm sure the screen is visible. Okay. As we all know that Socrates has said that to know thyself is the beginning of wisdom, right? So if we want to know ourselves, we need to have certain aspects very much clear so that we can reach to the stage of or the phase of wisdom. Now, these 4 aspects are self-awareness, self-analysis, self-confidence, and self-motivation. Right? Now, dear students or dear participants, we all know that as a human being, we are like a coin. Why we are like a coin? Because we also possess 2 sides, the way the coin possesses. We do have the positive aspects, we do have the aspects in which certain improvement is required, right? So the first thing which we need to know if we want to improve ourselves is self-awareness. Now, self-awareness is something wherein the individual needs to know that whether he or she is happy or not. What are the inner conflicts? And if there are inner conflicts, then what is the level of that inner conflicts? Do I possess less inner conflict, or do I have more inner conflict, or do I have average inner conflict? How I do have to resolve these inner conflicts? The third thing is better decision making. One need to know that whether he or she can make decision in a better way or not. Fine. Another thing is self control. We do have to know about our self control. Am I able to control on my emotions at certain point of time, in certain situations, in certain circumstances, or not? Am I resist to social pressure? That is, do I have the potential to refuse to accept certain thing, or to refuse to comply on certain things? Do I tolerate someone or something or some object which is the obstacle for me? Do I understand others feelings, emotions, etc.? And am I strong enough? Am I energetic? Or am I remain always pressurized? So I, as a human being, we need to know all these aspects. Then only we can come to know that how much I am aware about myself. There are certain exercises which the individual needs to carry out for self awareness. The first is to write morning pages. Why to write morning pages? Because when we awake in the morning, we are with the fresh thoughts. The thoughts which we have in our mind is very much pure, and that helps one to know about himself or herself. The second is to keep a journal. Keep record of each and every activities that we pursued throughout our day, and that also makes us to learn, because whatever the experience that we have gained through the activities will definitely help us to modify our behavior. Now here the behavior doesn't mean in terms of how to stand, walk, sit, etc. But here the behavior is in terms of cognitive domain, affective domain, as well as psychomotor domain of each and every individual. The third is use feedback analysis. Why feedback analysis? Because if we get the feedback from our fellow friends, from our colleagues, from our family members, and if we analyze upon, then also we will come to know that yes, what are the positive aspects that are within me, and what are the improvements required. So we need to analyze the feedback on daily basis for each and every activities that we have pursued. The fourth is to create life vision and mission statements. Because if we have vision statement, if we have mission statement, then that will give a direction to an individual to proceed further in his or her life. The next one is to write, yes?
Mission
Hello?
statements here. Yes, ma'am. I would like to focus on that as you are talking on mission statements. That means sentences which can give us clear vision for the life.
Yes.
So
yes.
as even I'm advising my students, before
Right.
I go to sleep, I must write down something, the sentence, which
Right.
I want to do further in the life.
Yes.
Or at least aims, goals, because this
True.
situation, at least we need this self-motivation.
Very
So our
true.
target can be clear, right, ma'am? This
Right.
is what.
True.
Yes, ma'am. Continue.
Yes. The next is to write personal manifesto. Means what do you want in your life? Because if that is not clear, that what you want in your life, then you will not be aware about what are the strengths, or what are the opportunities in front of you, or what are your weaknesses that you need to overcome, and so on. Fine. So write personal manifesto. That is what you want in your life. Maybe you want to be a reacher. Maybe you want to be a personality who is very much well known in the field, in the respective field, or whatever. You want to be a social worker, or you want to be a noble person in the field of teaching, and so on. So you have to decide that also, because that will help you to know that where do you stand and what you have to do so that you can reach to that particular aspect. The next is to record your ABCs. Now, ABCs, A stands for antecedent, B stands for behavior, and C stands for consequences. Antecedents means what has already been carried out and what you are supposed to carry out in a logical manner, right? So whatever the activities that have already been existed and what you are planning for the future, your behavior will depend upon these antecedents, and based on the behavior there would be the consequences, right? So record your ABCs. Write a regret letter to your younger self. Each human being possesses younger self. Sometimes we used to say that yes, I am very much small enough. I am very much young to say about this because I don't have this experience, right? So we need to write a regret letter to your younger self that yes, today I have committed this and I really apologize for this. This was my bigger mistake, right, which I had to overcome in the future. Next is to record your personal narratives. Each human being has some or the other story, some or the other anecdotes in his or her life, right? Try to narrate those stories, try to narrate those anecdotes, and that will also help you to understand that where do you stand, what is your self, right? And the last is to write down your most important tasks regularly. Whatever is the most important activity or the task that you have conducted, you have carried out, that you need to write down on regular basis, because that will also provide you the experiences, the learning experiences where you require the improvement and where the further the positivity is needed so that you can go ahead in your life. Now, these are the building blocks of self, which we called it as your vital, where V stands for values, I stands for interests, T stands for temperament, A stands around the clock activities, and L stands life mission and meaningful goals. So one needs to know that what are the values he or she possesses, what are the values he or she needs to imbibe to become a good human being, to create his or her own identity. What are his or her areas of interest in which he or she can show the best and can create his or her personality. The level of temperament. Depending upon the situation, the temperament of human being varies. Fine. Sometimes, though we know that the situation was very worst or is very worst, even though we need to control on our temperament. And sometimes the nature of the situation is such wherein we need to showcase our temperament for the betterment of others. Around the clock activities. What type of activities being a human being I am conducting? Whether it is worth enough to carry out those activities, whether the output of that activities will be beneficial to others or not. That also we need to know. And L stands for life mission and meaningful goals. What is the mission of my life? What are the goals that I have set for my life? Are they meaningful? Are they worth enough to achieve? If these things are clear in our mind, then we can say that yes, I know myself. The second component is self-analysis. In Atharva Veda, self-analysis helps a man soul to become enlightened. So if we want to make our soul enlightened, we need to know or we need to carry out self-analysis. Now, self analysis is something that makes the most of your talents and opportunities use. As an individual, we need to answer to these three questions. Who am I? Because that will reflect our identity. Do I matter? It means, is this important for someone? Where am I? What is my impact on others? So, if we answer to these three questions, then only we can say that yes, I have analyzed myself. Now, self analysis is something wherein the individual most likely to succeed in life if they know about their talents to their fullest extent, right? So if individual knows that what are the talents in him or her, then accordingly they will make use of those talents and they will reach to the fullest. Similarly, the individual also needs to know that what are the weaknesses present in him or her, because those weaknesses can be a problem, can be an obstacle to reach his or her fullest, to achieve his or her desire. So if individual knows that yes, these are the weaknesses in me, at the same time the individual also need to know that how he or she can manage these weaknesses so that the individual can reach to the fullest, can achieve his or her goals. So being an individual, we need to know that what are the potentials, what are the talents, what are the abilities in me, and what are the weaknesses that I need to manage so that it won't be an obstacle, it won't be a hindrance in my path to achieve my goals. It is rightly said that people are empowered when they switch from a perspective of how I can't to how can I, right? So if we have that negative thought that yes, I cannot do this, and if we have that positive thought, how can I do this? So if we switch from how I can't, I cannot to how can I, then we will be able to empower ourselves. Now, if we look to this SWOT analysis, we all know that what this SWOT means. The S stands for strengths, W stands for weaknesses, O stands for opportunities, and T stands for threats. Right? Now, the strengths and opportunities for any individual will be helpful to achieve his or her goals, whereas weaknesses and threats will always be harmful to achieve his or her goals, right? If we see the another side, that there are certain external factors, external origin, that is the attributes of the environment, which might affect the individual's growth, the individual's progress. But at the same time, there are certain external origins or external factors or attributes of the environment which helps individual to achieve his or her goals. Similarly, there are certain internal attributes internal factors that might affect the growth, the progress of an individual, and at the same time, it might be helpful for the growth and the progress of an individual. So, as an individual, we need to analyze that what are the external factors that would be helpful to me for my growth, for my progress, and what are the internal factors or external factors that could be harmful to me. So, if one can be able to analyze these factors, then also the half of the difficulty to know himself or herself or to identify oneself can be reduced, can be overcome. Now, what makes SWOT especially powerful is that with a little thought, it can help you uncover opportunities that you would not otherwise have spotted. Fine? So there are certain uncovered opportunities that we have not even realized in our life. But through SWOT analysis, if we think about these uncovered opportunities, then we can spot them also. We can also understand that what are our weaknesses, how we can manage those weaknesses, how we can eliminate those threats, and how we can move further, we can move forward if they are not into our path. If we look at ourselves using the SWOT framework, that is SWOT analysis, that is strength, weaknesses, opportunities, threat, then we can start to separate ourselves from our peers. Okay, means we can come to know that how different am I, how unique am I from my peers, and further we can develop our abilities, our specialized talents, and we can move further in our career. We can make advancement also in our career. Therefore, we need to do SWOT analysis on regular basis also. Now, this is what is the SWOT worksheet. If we talk about strengths, then we do have to answer to these questions. What do I do well? What unique resources I can depict? What others see in me as my strength? Which of my achievements are the most proud of? What values do I believe in that others fail to exhibit? So if we answer to these questions, then we can come to know that yes, what are my strengths? Similarly, to know our weaknesses, we need to answer to these questions, such as what tasks do I usually avoid because I don't feel confident doing that particular task? Where do I have fewer resources than others? What are others likely to see in me as my weaknesses? What are my negative work habits? Do I have any personality traits that hold me back in my respective field? If I answer to these questions, then I can come to know about what are the weaknesses present in me. The third is opportunities. What good opportunities are open for me? What trends could I take as advantage of it, from it? How can I turn my strengths into opportunities? Because each and every individual possesses some inner strength, which he or she may not be knowing. Why? Because he or she may not be provided such exposure in his or her life. So, if that exposure is provided, then definitely that individual can come to know that what are the strengths. Okay? And using that strengths, he or she can turn that strengths into the opportunities also. The fourth is threats. What obstacles do I currently face? Maybe at my workplace, maybe in my studies, maybe in my each and every path of life. What is my competition, or who is my competitor? Does changing technology threaten my position? Nowadays, there is a COVID pandemic. Everywhere, everything is happening online. But if individual is not techno savvy, then that would be one of the threats for the individual to pursue with his or her own work or activity or a task. So that could also be one of the threats. Could any of my weaknesses lead to threats? Is there any weakness that I am possessing that leads to threat? So I need to find out the answers to these questions. So any individual, if they want to know about himself or herself, what are their strengths, what are their opportunities, what are their weaknesses, and what are their traits, they need to answer to these questions. And that will definitely show them that what he or she is, where he or she requires improvement. Let us look at certain examples about personal SWOT. The first is strength. Am I creative? I impress my students with a creativity, okay, and I can change their attitude. Fine. So creativity is one of my strengths, with the help of which I am impressing my students and I am changing their attitude also. Communication is one of my strengths. I am very much superior in communication, and because of that, my superior, my colleagues, my students, my friends, they are impressed. I am completely committed to the success of students and school growth and development. Fine. So my commitment is one of the strengths which shows the success in my students, in the growth of and the development of the institution. So these are the strengths, that is creativity, communication, commitment, dedication, say for example, problem solving ability, say for example, decision making ability. So these are my strengths. Similarly, weaknesses. I have a strong compulsive need to do things quickly and remove them from my to-do list. And sometimes the quality of my work suffers as a result. Okay. We do have a habit of maintaining our planner, wherein we list down that what am I supposed to do on daily basis. Now, if individual is loaded with many tasks on a particular day, then it might happen that the individual will try to complete that particular task on a quickly basis. Okay, and the individual consider that yes, this has done, ye ho gaya. Fine. But the individual is not bothered about that whether that task was completed qualitatively. What was the quality of that particular task? And what was the outcome of that particular task? Sometimes we are so hasty in completing our task that we don't even bother about what would be the result at the end. Fine. So that could be one of the weakness of any individual. This same need to get things done also causes me stress when I have to carry out many tasks. If you have a long list of tasks that you have to carry out on daily basis, then that also makes you stress. So the stress is one of the weakness, right? Because you are unable to manage many tasks at same time. Fine. And the third is I get nervous while presenting my idea, say for example, and this fear of public speaking often takes the passion out of my presentations. Fine. So sometimes it happens that when you have to make your presentation about your assignments or about your seminar, if you have not faced the audience in the past, then you might become nervous. Okay, so nervous is another weakness which we have to overcome. And that can be overcome only when the exposure is provided to an individual to speak individual in public. The third is opportunities. I'm going to attend a conference next month. This will help me to develop my knowledge and skills. Fine. So there is an opportunity in front of you, which you have to grab it. Why? Because you want to develop your knowledge, you want to develop your skills. Okay. There could be another opportunities like, say, for example, to attend a workshop or to make a paper presentation in any of the conference or the seminar. Because when you interact, when you attend such programs, you are acquiring certain knowledge, and that knowledge helps you to develop your certain skills. So, opportunities. If we talk about the current scenario, we have ample of opportunities via using online platform. Have we ever thought of that we will be conducting online sessions, we will be conducting online webinars, even the competitions are conducted online. So these are nothing but the opportunities in front of academicians, in front of entrepreneurs to showcase their knowledge, their skills, their capacities and potentials. Right?
It gives us a chance to come out from our weaknesses.
Yes.
Right.
The next is threats. Say for example, here there is one example, Sita, one of my colleagues, is much a stronger speaker than I am. And he is competing with me for the organizing secretary position. Similarly, in our daily life, there are certain competitors. And because of whom we are threatened. Because they possess certain kinds of attributes. Now here in the example, the attribute is related to speaker. Okay. He or she, I mean, she is a good orator. But that skill I do not possess. And because of that, I am threatened, right? That I may not be able to achieve the position which I wanted to. Say, for example, convincing ability. Everyone do not possess this ability to convince others. Fine. So that is also one of the threat due to which we feel that yes, he or she has good convincing ability and I do not. If we talk about our classroom example, as you all are students, okay, each one of you must be having your competitor. Why? Because the subject knowledge that they are acquiring, they are understanding the subject based on their areas of interest and their IQ ability, that is intelligent quotient. Each one of you are unique, right? X student might be good in written presentation, whereas Y student might be good in oral presentation. Fine. So each one of us are competing one another. And that could also be one of our threats. Let us move to the another aspect to identify oneself, and that is self-confidence. Look at this picture. Can I have some interaction from your side? What does this picture depict?
It's basically a cat, but as we
Yes.
see the shadow of it, it looks like a lion.
Fine. Same thing is there in each one of us.
I
Right?
agree.
Agree? Okay, so that is what is self-confidence.
As from
Self-confidence
by
is,
outer, yeah,
yes, from
by
inner
outer,
we
as
might
we
be,
are common.
ah,
Yeah, we have to produce ourselves from inner, as
yes,
we are lion.
yes.
Right.
Self-confidence is key to unlocking your unlimited potentials. Right? We have to unlock our unlimited potential. When we are able to unlock our unlimited potential, definitely we will be self-confident. Right? Let us have a look on about self-confidence. Now, what is self-confidence? Having belief about yourself and your abilities. As an individual, we need to believe ourselves and we need to know that yes, what are the abilities within me? Because if you know about that, then definitely you will be developing your confidence. In order to achieve your vision, we need to know what is wisdom and determination and enthusiasm. Now, wisdom is nothing but holistic intelligence along with our experience. So, if we are very much clear about our holistic intelligence and experience, as well as our determination and how much I am enthusiastic, then definitely we will be able to know about our confidence. Self confidence means trust to ourselves with full of inner strength. Trust ourselves. Yes, I can do this. No matter whatever is the situation, whatever is the condition, but I will be able to do this. If that is the trust with full inner strength, then that is what is your self confidence. These are our means and tools to make our dream or purpose come true. So, if we are self confident, if we know about our trust, our inner strength, our wisdom, our determination, our enthusiasm, because these are the means and the tools, then definitely we can achieve our dream, our purpose will definitely come true. Fine. So one needs to know about holistic intelligence with their experience, their determination, and enthusiasm. Now, how can we develop self confidence? Then the first thing is the individual has to set the goal. Say, for example, as I'm working with the teacher education institution and we are preparing our teachers has to deliver, I mean, our student has to deliver the lessons in the classroom. Now, when they have to deliver a lesson in the classroom, before delivering the lesson, they need to select some topic, some concept. Based on the topic, on the concept, they need to set the goal. That means they need to decide that what they want to achieve in their students, right? So, whether they want their students to understand about the topic, whether they want the students to create something from that topic, whether they want their students to apply the acquired knowledge in their day to day life, what they actually want their students to achieve. So, that is what is goal setting. Now, based on this goal setting, they have to analyze. Now, what they have to analyze? They have to analyze the topic or the information which they are going to provide to their students, which they are going to impart to their students. So, they need to break that particular information which they are going to impart to their students into the pieces so that they can make students understand. Otherwise, their goal will not be achieved. Once the information is analyzed, now they are creating. What they are creating? That how will they impart this information? What would be the mode? What would be the activity? What would be the task with the help of which they will impart the information, they will impart the knowledge. The next is action. So now they are actually executing what they have planned, what they have created for achieving their goals. So action will interact with the students, and through interaction they will gain variety of experience wherein have
Hello. Yes, viewers, I think we have a connection problem. Just wait for 2 minutes. Our guest is rejoining us very soon. So kindly be on the in the session, please.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We are here.
Sorry. Internet
It's
got
happened.
disconnected. That's why. Wait a minute, huh?
No problem. We also need to identify it.
Yeah. Wait. I have to
That
open
is
my
what about
drive.
the oneness. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. It's happened. It's happened.
Just a minute, sir.
The pardon. No worries. This is also we need to manage with it. It's showing about our strength and
Yeah. True.
weaknesses.
True.
Yeah, that's what. But viewers are with us. No worries. They are waiting for because as this session is really
Yes. I
enjoying.
just
Yes. Fine.
let me share the screen first.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So is it visible?
Yes, ma'am. It's
Hello?
visible.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
So we were discussing about how to develop self-confidence, and in that we had discussed about goal setting, analysis, creation, action. So that is what actually we do, right? So learning by doing, because when we execute, when we do certain actions, when we carry out certain activities, then we can come to know that yes, what we have gained, because through experience we can come to know, right? And the last is evaluation. So when we carry out the activity and the experiences which we gain, based on that we try to evaluate that where I went wrong, or what further improvement is required, and that helps us to develop our self confidence, right? The next component to know oneself, I mean to identify oneself, is self motivation. Now self motivation is something which is inspirational, which is behind, okay, in terms of your behavior as well as in terms of your action, right? So which is something behind our behavior and our action, and it helps the individual to reach their goal, because it is something which is very important in the form of mechanism, right? And sometimes for being a self motivated, there are two factors. The one is internal motivation and the another one is external motivation. So sometimes we are get influenced by external factors also, and we get self motivated, while sometime our inner self, our inner strength, our inner behavior, our inner action, that tells us that yes, you can do this, right? So self motivation improves our confidence, even our self esteem, and it gives us the strength to achieve our desired goals. Motivation is a fire from within. If someone else tries to light that fire under you, chances are it will burn very briefly, right? So there are someone who can be a role model, who can be a path shower, and accordingly, we are lightening the fire within us and we are motivated. Self motivation is a more efficient method. Reading motivational books will inspire the individual temporarily, and if he or she can motivate himself or herself, he or she do not have to depend on any other external factors. Self motivation is the best inspirational technique. So if we want to inspire ourselves, we need to be self motivated. No doubt, when we read some books, when we watch some incidents, okay, when we are influenced by someone, we are self motivated, but the inner strength, the inner motivation is the most important motivation for someone to be self motivated. Now, there are certain tips for self motivation. The first one is make concrete plan, right? It is very important to make realistic goals. Our goals needs to be realistic. It needs to be real in nature. And one has to not be extraordinary or unreachable, right? So we need to think that whatever the goal we decide, no matter if it is not so extraordinary, it is fine, but it needs to be reachable. So to reach that particular goal, we need to discover our strength, our limits, and accordingly, we need to set our goals. Fine. So one has to prepare the blueprint of their plan and accordingly see to it that whatever the blueprint you have created for your plan needs to be flexible so that you can achieve your desired goals, right? The second one is start with a small step, right? It takes a lot of effort when we have to initiate our plan action, our plan course. And it is also observed that most of the people, they do have their plans ready, but sometimes they find it extremely difficult to make how to start, right? So we have certain things in our mind that yes, I want to do that. This is what is my plan. But from where to begin is a difficult task for an individual. So we must at least take a single step to begin with our plan work. Once we begin, it becomes easier to continue. Fine. So do not have a fear making the mistakes, because mistakes makes an individual to learn, an individual to come out from fear. If we will not commit mistake, then we will not we will not come out from the fear. And remember that failure is always followed by success. If we talk about the scientists, it takes years and years to discover or to invent something, right? They also get failure in their path. Fine. But then also, they don't give up. Similarly, we also, whatever we plan, if we don't achieve at one go, keep on trying. One day will be there in your hand wherein you will get the success. The second is never quit. And this is what is we call motivation leads to next exit. If you follow the right plan and procedure, you are sure to succeed. So whatever you have planned and you know that how you have to carry out your planning. You know what would be the procedure, what would be the process to carry out your plans, you will definitely succeed. There may be times when things can go wrong because whatever we have planned, we may not be able to carry out the way we have decided. However, we must never lose our hope. Keep on trying, find out what is wrong, where I was wrong, find out what is wrong, but do not quit. And memorize the quote, losers quit when they are tired, champions quit when they hold gold. So you have to decide as an individual that whether you are a champion, whether you want to be a champion, or whether you want to be a loser. So gear up and get started. Reward yourself. Even if you make any single accomplishment, then also it would be a motivation for you. So believe in yourself so that you can easily self-motivate yourself. And recall your self-motivation skills daily, and you will be definitely get the success. Fine. So I would like to end my session sharing with you one video, if the organizer permits me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, we have at least time is ending up because we have 3 minutes only.
Okay,
So how
okay,
long it
quickly.
is?
It's of 6 minutes,
Yes.
sir.
Because we have at least 3 minutes so far remaining because we are running short of time. But
Yes.
at least, yes.
Is it audible?
No, ma'am. Now is okay.
You're paying too much attention to everything around you, not enough attention to this one. But the quality of your life is essentially determined by how you carry this one. Yes or no? This moment, what kind of clothes you're wearing, what kind of car you parked outside, what kind of home you live in does not determine the quality of your life. This moment, how joyful are you feeling within yourself determines the quality of your life, isn't it so? Nothing has been done about it. You think it'll happen in consequence, and you're setting impossible goals for your happiness. If I have to be happy, my wife should be like this, my husband should be like that, my children should be like this, the world should become some other way. Well, these are impossible conditions you're setting for your happiness and peacefulness. Now that you have compromised yourself to peace, why I'm saying compromise yourself to peace is because a lot of people have given up aspirations for being ecstatic or blissful. If I'm just peaceful, it's enough. Even the so-called spiritual leaders are going about and saying peace is the highest goal in your life. Peace is not the highest goal in your life. If you want to enjoy your lunch today, you must be peaceful. Yes or no? If you're not even peaceful, there is nothing in your life that you can do in a worthwhile way. To be peaceful essentially means this, that you're not messing your mind. To be peaceful means that your system is at ease. You know how to conduct your mind, you know how to conduct your emotions, your body and your energies. You are peaceful. It is not a rocket technology. It is the most basic thing. You have a dog at home, you give him his food, he sits peacefully. Maybe not ecstatic, but peacefully. Many times they're ecstatic also. Yes? If your dog is able to sit peacefully, oh, he doesn't have to run my industry. That's not the point, he's got his own stuff going. See, it has nothing to do with the external activity that you're doing. It's got something to do with the internal systems as to how they're functioning. Essentially, it means neither your body, nor your mind, nor your chemistry, nor your emotions, nor your energy are taking instructions from you. They're doing their own thing. Once your machine is not in your control, being peaceful is impossible. I'll tell you, you get into your car and now you go there and you want to turn this way. You do this to the steering, it goes this way. Can you peacefully drive this car? Can you? No. Anxiety is natural, isn't it? This is what has happened to your vehicle. It's out of control. You've never done anything to find out where the steering wheel is, first of all. This is not that simple as a car, this is a super computer. Now the problem is most people have not even bothered to find the keyboard. They think if they do this, somehow it'll work. When you're given such a highly sophisticated machine, if you do not conduct it properly, it will cause many problems to you. By accident it's working. I want you to know this is made this way. If you hold your hands like this, it'll breathe one way. If you just turn it around, the very way you breathe, the breathing pattern itself changes in your lungs. You can try it if you want when you have the time. This way, this way. I'm saying everything that you do, fundamental changes are happening in this machine because it's such a sophisticated machine. It's more than a touch screen. If you just wish it, it will happen. When you have such a sensitive and sophisticated machine and you are operating like a blacksmith, then being peaceful seems to be difficult. Peace is not the highest goal in your life, it is the most fundamental requirement. Don't ever set peace as the highest.
Another webinar in the queue. So I would like to say thank you so much here for enlightening us regarding identifying oneself. As you focus on the building the blocks of self, that is for vital role, that is VTPAL, the differences you have explained to us. The self-analysis, which is most your talents and opportunities you have explained us. And you also focus on how to develop self-confidence. I think it will be smart enough for students to understand and the viewers to understand how they can be so smart and they can come out from their barriers that they cannot do. That is to be or not to be. At least they want to be a successful or failures, whatever they want. So here I would like to thank our View webinar team, our Jiten sir, and Bichesh sir, and President sir for organizing such a webinar series. And as well as I would like to thank here our Dean sir, Ananya sir, for providing me opportunity to conduct a webinar as a moderator. Thank you so much, ma'am, once again.
I'm really grateful to the entire team of Parul University and especially Faculty of Arts discipline. As well as on my personal behalf, I'm grateful to Dr. Mahir Kumar Sheth for inviting me as a speaker and to share my views on the topic, that is identifying oneself. I really apologize, there was some internet connectivity issue because of which we lost the connection, and due to that we were not in position to interact with the viewers. So I really apologize for that. And
no, it's okay, ma'am. It's happened.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am. Yeah, you can.